Okay, hello, welcome to our channel. So today we'll be doing like a quick one. So you already know that I have that Olares things, right? Olares One from they call it. I'm not sure if the name of the company is Olares or not. And sorry for audio. Yeah, I double checked that everything is connected. So here, open source cloud, reclaim your data, right? So the last release is from March 26, but I can see that they have been working on the newest OS version. So finger crossed. So for example, console BIOS management, etc. So there's few things that they are currently working on, but today I want to focus on the Olares app, so the main market. And here, a lot of things are really progressing very well. So they are updating things. So let's check that together. Okay, so that's my Olares for now. And here, market, you can see that update. The Olama is currently ready for update. And I want to talk more about really the custom model that you can run on Olares. So 50, let's update that and let's see what will happen together. Okay. What we want. Okay. So I will show you something what I have been talking about. So you can see here that I am using on that main machine the GeForce 5090, right? With the 32 gigabytes of VRAM. That's very nice desktop PC ready graphic card that you can use for AI, for example. But Olares One is using exactly the same 5090, the same name, but the mobile one with the 24 gigabytes of VRAM. And what's the problem with that you can have and you need to watch out? So, firstly, you need to know how really those models works uh, uh, and the basic really things like firstly the model is fully loaded if you don't use any kind of mods, etc. Fully loaded to your VRAM of your graphic card, and then it will load the key cache, so the window context, etc. Right, to you really be able to talk with it, right? The problem will start when you have not enough the memory. But let's uh, let's firstly see what I want. Yeah, let's firstly see that. So here you can see that I have that Quen 3.6 that heretic uncensored, right? So I can run it and via Llama CPP, for example. You'll see here that it will firstly load the model, as I said previously. So let's wait for that. Okay, we have 5090 complete. Okay, loading model, right? So you can see here that, hey, okay, so here, model is loaded. Now it will load that additional layer for the context, let's say, and you can already see that, for example, small percentage of this was for that RAM normal memory that you have, for example, in your CPU, in your PC, right? Sorry for that. I am before my coffee. And I am without my coffee because something exciting is here. I will show you one more. Sha-da-da-da. So yeah, Asus Ascent GX10. So yeah, we will be focusing on that one. But firstly, that Olares one. Okay, so let's see. Hi, who are you, right? So you can see that it's a little bit slow, right? I have 5090, so it should be like 20, 40 really tokens per second, but it looks like it's like 7, 8. Why? By the way, why I'm using this one, that Uncensored Heretic one from David IO, and by the way, tab up OSM model, because I'm using a lot of these models to pen testing and cybersecurity, so I need that. Because in normal scenario, it's like political not correctly, and it will not give you information that you want. For example, let's use nmap to do something, right? So you can see here that we have 13 token per second, right? And that's like, hey, why, right? So by now it was exit here. Yeah, exit. So let's now do the same, but with additional flags, right? So 99 layers on graphic card, and I will use that fit on. I am not fan of this one, but yeah, that for exercise. So let's see. Model is fully on load, right? You can see that this is the graphical VRAM. That's shared one from the RAM. Let's load that one more time. Uh, by the way, of course, you always need to check your model context length window, right? Uh, because that new one, that Qwen 3.6, have very big OS on 264,000, if I'm correct. Context length, so that's OS on. You can really code with that, right? Okay, so who are you? And you will see that, yeah, that's look promising. It's a little bit faster, right? I will stop that. And we have only 16. Who are you? That's probably because I am recording with that machine. But that's how it works. So let's show you that in the better example. But you have a clue, right? Firstly, you need to model, right? So if your model have like 17 gigabytes, so of course you can load it fully. You can load it fully on your graphical card with 24 VRAM, right? But the problem starts when you want to use, for example, full context line. The context line is like very round. So the same problem is with the Olares. So problem starts when you want to use, for example, that OS on Qwen, right? So let's do that. So I'm here. So firstly, if you want to load the custom model, you need to know a few things. Olama is the wrapper of Llama CPP, really, right? With additional, of course, functionality added as layers, etc. The Llama PS. But okay, and Olama LS was list, right? So here you can see that I have that model, right? Already downloaded. So let's see what will happen if I will be able not to really run it. And let's do that together. So as you can see here, the GPU is, by the way, why it's always change that appearance. Yeah, so VRAM usage, nothing, right? So let's try to run that one. And this is fully not touched model from our son David, right? So we'll try to run it. In the previous version of Olama on Olares, I wasn't able to, and yeah, we have exactly the same. So what you need to do if you have something like that, you need to retouch that with the made file in Olama because probably you need to change something, and this is exactly things that I needed to do. So I need to rebuild that one, and I put that somewhere, probably somewhere here, or no. Oh yeah, I know probably what happened, and what happened is, so I have here that model, right? You can see that 16 gigabytes, but it was made from that one, and I made it with few changes really. And let me check where okay, looks like I updated the pod, so the history is not longer here, right? And yeah, that was a clever move from my side. I know. So let's do that together. Here's the problem. This pod on Kubernetes uh, doesn't have like a lot of this implemented in and as default added to normal, let's say, Linux, right? This one is based on Ubuntu, but you don't have Nano, for example. You don't have V, right? So how to really prepare that Olama made file, right? So here's the things that you need to redo. But firstly, we need to know what to redo. So one more time, let's Olama list. Okay, and Olama, it was oh. Let's see. I'm not sure if that's the proper, yeah, model on quant free. Okay, soulmate file. So, okay, so we need to read that. Was made file? Yeah, model file. So let's see what we have here, right? And this is probably the problem for Olama. That's why we cannot run it like vanilla after downloading it. So what I have changed here, where are our model, that uncensored one? Two things. Firstly, I added additional information about temperature, etc., and I get them from default. Yeah, so I take those and those from Quen 3.6 main page, really. But here, something that I want to talk about. This one. This is the context, and I initially and intentionally lower the context to 47192, and I will say why. So let's Olama run, right? And that's Uncensored One. So you'll see that it's gonna be loaded. I hope so. After the updates. Oh, yeah. Who are you? It's a very intelligent question. Hey, 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 I want you to move to the GPU. Nope, we are fully on CPU and you can see that. And you can see that here and here. So yeah, the RAM occupied is on memory. Okay, that's not fun. So let's see why. So let's go by. Yeah, all I'm appears and we want to close that one, stop it from that mass. So uncensored, right? So let's see what I have in that settings of GPU app exclusive. So let's remove that. Time slicing, confirm. Okay. Let's see what will happen. Restart bash. Probably I need to update. Oh, so it's okay. Olama list. Just want to one more time run it. If not, I will be forced to reboot the Olares One. But let's see. I have hope that this time maybe it will move fully to the GPU VRAM, and it should. And defaulting. But you can see after the update, you need to check that. You should check that because if you have some kind of automation agent, etc., that will kick in after you update and go outside, then the probability that it will kick in and model will be low to normal RAM and calculated via CPU, it's like huge. So, and you really don't want it. So, or I'm a run, don't want this situation. So let's see if it's gonna kick in on GPU or not. Okay, who are you? I'm afraid that it's gonna be the same scenario here. Yeah, it's not looks promising for me. That's awesome. But no, I am not fan of this. So I will reboot it and yeah, we'll pause. Okay, we are back after the reboot. So let's see. I will change the time slicing to app exclusive for purpose, by the way. And yeah, I will open the Orama one more time. I hope so. Hey, something is happening. Oh my god, I need to double. Hey, it's me. I cannot open anymore the Orama. That's strange. That's really, really strange. What we can do? We can go to see. Oh, but no. Uh, I don't remember. Sorry. Windows system 42, right? It's Windows 42. Ah, Yeah, here, drivers. I forgot about this. Yeah, you shouldn't probably see all of this. Probably. Okay, so yeah, I forget about this. Mm, hosts. That one? Let's see. The token expires. Please log in one more time. So there is definitely something wrong here. I mean, wrong here. Probably few things still load in the background. So but, let's check this time. Yeah, this time it loads. Probably few pods were still, yeah, were still loads. Where we are? Yeah, on my list, right? And let's one more time. Hey, by the way, you can always reach it, right? From the yeah, I did that in the previous video. We added those because I want to use that local, right? One, not via day proxy. So I am, for example, free cutoff from network right now, and I want to reach via HTTP Olares One. So I can do that. Yeah, and you need to add every each of the ID of Kubernetes pods to your host if you want to reach it. So that's not fun, but I am not fan of wildcards in that case. So yeah. Okay, so list we have list. So Olama, right? Olama run, and let's try to run that one. No, I will not be able to because I forgot the in the end. Yeah, I know. So let's see the dashboard, and our dashboard is saying that the GPU is like doing nothing, and I am scary enough. It's trying, it's doing something. Let's see. Here we have 6 GB, and here we have 0 GB. And yeah, it still loads, and it loads to normal memory, or maybe, hey, maybe something will kick in. Not really. It's like 1.25% of usage. So this new Olama update looks like broke. Yeah, I don't know why. I lost the connection one more time. Oh, yeah, you saw that, right? 456, 449. Whoa, that's strange. I'm not sure what happened, but it looks like Olares One just rebooted. Really? So, okay. It looks like I can try to reach it. No, it's not rebooted. It's my fault. But we are here together. And it's always like that when you are in a hurry and want to test that Asus SMGX 10. But yeah, let's go, dashboard. And you can see here that GPU, it's like 97% of usage of VRAM. So who are you? I hope that you remember that previously it was like 7 token per second, and now it's like, hey, I am here, right? So that's for me, it looks like 20, even maybe 40 tokens per second. But all of this, uh, yes, but all of this, it's things that we put all the model and the context to the GPU. So you can do that, right? But you need to remember model 5 that you need to prepare your custom really model, for example, because you will not be able to run, for example, this model uh, without these changes via Makefile, right? But you can see that I I was forced because of the VRAM, 24 gigabytes only, forced to lower the context window. Because if you will not do that, and for example, I will show that on a stop. So let's stop it. And this one is a normal model. Normal model. It's a default model that you can really download from the Olama, right? So if you will go there and you will see that you have that one, right? So run, and yeah, it will pull the manifest and pull in the model, that one, the prepared version of Quen 3.6 from the Olama. So yeah, it will try to load it. And here you need to remember that we have like, okay, it's already loaded in the GPU, right? So who are you? And here something scary start happens. And you can see that it's thinking, right? So I will stop that. And I will show you that previously our model, right, have like 100% in GPU. Now it's like 20% in CPU and 88% on GPU. So it's like calculated on CPU and GPU, but thanks to that information, you know that uh, maybe not a lot, but few that percentage was really load, not fully on the GPU VRAM, but always on the CPU, and that will really slow you down and slow your model. So that's why you should always calculate how much context you can really put to the VRAM that you have in your card. And yeah, uh, you can say, for example, that hey, the 47,000 of context we know it's not enough for coding, but for normal conversation, for even agentic words, it can be tricky, but you can use that. Uh, and that's why, I mean, those things uh, like limited right now us from fully working that we can say small models. And that's why entire world of the open source and home labs and the AI fanatics and hobbyists are waiting for the turbo quant fully implemented, and quadra quant even. So yeah, but that's it, and you can do that. I mean, you can just copy that if you sorry, yeah, that's, and you just need to make your file and make your new model. You can even add like system like, hey, I am Jarvis and let's answer everything as Jarvis, right? So yeah. Uh, by the way, it's not easy here, so maybe I will show you that. So for example, we have those, right? with those. Hmm. I will create something and I will show you system parameters. Template prompts and system license message. So let's try it. Let's try it together. You and Jarvis answer as Iron Man Jarvis. See. So yeah, let's do that. As I previously showed that V is not here, nano here, right? So you need some kind of knowledge about Linuxes, etc. So let's go to the home and just that Ubuntu, right? You have nothing here, so let's just touch and it was make file, modify. Hold on, file. Make. So here, right? So it's like Olama create my model, and we need that Olama create my model. You have you can even quantize the background uh, with model file. We need that. Okay, so let's see that. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh yeah, great. Here is Olama create, choose model name, F location on the file, right? So yeah, but previously we need to touch. So file. Okay, so you can see that I created that. And how to put those really line by line things. We can do that with even echo, right? So for example, yeah, echo. Sorry, I need coffee. Echo modifier, and now when I will cut this, you can see that hey, it's there, right? So I'm preferring to that line by line, really. You can do that in the better way, maybe the better way, but you can do that on other ways, in other things. But something for me. Uh, by the way, does refiner Quen 3. I know we are using Quen 3.6, but this is something that they use really to, and I mean Llama, CPP, and Olama, and really Olama wrapper to push quickly that new model to the like test, right? For people to test it. So render. There are a few more. So penalty temperature. I will leave that. I will just because this is only a test, right? That we are doing together. But normal scenario, you should put those there. And yeah, I will just do that one. Hmm. Ah, system or drivers. Let's see if it will work as it should. Which I'm not sure. Let's gonna create that, right? So let's just create that, and you can create anything really like that. Modify, choose model name, and yeah, test for YouTube. And you will ask how it's new that it should take the information and really model files from that Uncensored one, and you have those information here in the hashed version, right? So it's like from from model group, right? This is the hashed ID information of this model. So yeah, and now when I will list the all llama models that I have on my Olares One, you will see that there is a new one, right? That test for YouTube. So let's use that one. Llama PS. I will firstly see if there is nothing loaded currently. It should be empty and this. So run and test for YouTube latest, right? So let's see if we can run that one. So GPU is not properly used, but it looks like it's still loading. I'm happy when I see like half gigabyte or something just start to yeah. So everything is here. You can see that I put a lot there, right? But who are you? A parser Quen 3.5. Okay, so it looks like we have a problem. Oh yeah, I know why. Because I put those, right? Oh, that's the main problem here. And we can fix that. Or we can even do something else. Render Quen, render parser. I'm not sure, but maybe we can just put that here. If not, we need we need to be we need to like remove that line, right? So you can do that Linux remove line from file and was b minus something we will need to calculate, yeah, that one. So remove second line from the end of file. How to remove multiple blah blah blah. Okay. So we can do that with it. I know. But free. Trying to find the quick way to the lines. Last lines for five without finding. So okay. Let's see. By the way, I'm not sure if we unload the previous one. Probably no. Yeah. All on my list. By the way, subscribe, tab up, and we are together here. And I know that it's a long one, but I want to test SNGX 10. That's why it doesn't work anything here, as demo is demo, right? Always. And we are doing that really without any kind of preparation. So all I'm around. All I'm around. No, I firstly want to unload the previous one, right? So all I'm PS. and Olama PS and yeah, Olama stop, because you can see it was able to load it. We cannot communicate with it because there is wrong made file. And yeah, you can see context as we like limited it to that context. Okay, so let's create the third one. Okay. Gathering model components. Okay, let's do that. Success. We will see. Run test YouTube free. What I did? Still waiting. Oh, who are you? Yeah, internal. So that's not gonna happen. Mode file. So we need to remove this and this. Probably those two will be enough. And might work. This might work. Or no. Mm, okay, so just use the Gemini. Second from of file. It should boot or something. Yeah, I'm using Gemini because my own local one is currently shut down. Yeah, I will not tell you why, but yeah, that was strange night. Okay, Bash. Yeah, I am not fan of this. Really? Uh, okay. So we just want to grab it. Yeah, but we removed two of them, right? So, okay, I think that I will just uh, do that one more time because I really want to focus on something else. Echo modify, right? So let's do that quickly. So from that one, we really just want two more things, three more things. That one, and let's grab that one. Let's not this time. Let's limit the context and so let's put that system only. So context here. So we need the format and now the system, right? And yeah, you have something that you shouldn't see probably. Yeah, I will need to check. Huh. Yeah, we'll see if that will work. But we can now create that. Let's create that for like 4. Why not? And yeah, I didn't unlock the previous one, right? Okay, and stop. That was the third one. And now we run. By the way, let's see what we have. So it's Olama list, and Olama list will show you all the models. Yeah, we have a lot of them. Olama run, and that third one. So it will fire up someday. Oh, maybe not. Who are you? Oh, you can see that it's already identified. So Jarvis, right? Persona. So it's no, that is Jarvis. By the way, it's fully loading on the GPU or fully loading. We are still waiting to dartboard really to update. Yeah, here you can see the GPU is here. So yeah, I'm Jarvis. Just a rather very intelligent system currently integrated fully online with this product, in diagnostic data analysis, task optimization, the correlated check, our deliveries with maximum efficiency and minimal drama, consider minimal dedicated interface for getting things done. What's on your agenda? So yeah, that's really it. I know I have here a few problems, but this is because I want to test that. Okay, so yeah, that's all. Thumb up, subscribe. Thanks again, and cheers. Oh, one more thing. You can see that our new that Jarvis, like when 3.6 model is here and fully loaded with into GPU, and that's why it was like really quick, right? Uh, Olama bench. It was bench, Olama bench. There are something like that. Benchmarking. I'm not fan really on benchmark uh, because the entire models, LLMs, etc., are maybe not a new one because the first LLMs, the NPU, like an LLM, like 17 years ago when I first touched that, but it's like the current, the current view of the LLMs world. It's so fast pacing things that those all of these benchmarks I like. They are like really, pointing things here like, hey, this kind is probably good in these things. But in reality, you really need to put those all models to test for each task that you really want. For example, for coding, dense model of Qwen 3.6, it's OS on that 27 billion one, right? Uh, that one, right? But it's dense model. And if you know what's hiding behind that dense sync model, you know that's gonna be a slow model, for example, right? It's gonna be a Western. It's gonna be, for example, more intelligent than this 35 one. But for that more perspective, like agentic work, etc., maybe this one will work better for you. And of course, it's depending on the task that you need to do with it. But yeah, that's it. One more time, subscribe, thumb up, and yeah, I'm back to really that Asus X10 GX10. Have a nice